Welcome again, welcome. This is the live mission and Minister Sylvester. I'm here in Accra, and the part that really is a major issue to talk about, especially mentioning Tuesday being this number 17 February 2026. This has to do with specially dedicated moment and hour in the time past, now and in the future. We are not going to be allowing things to happen the way the enemy has sought to make it happen, because we know that it's not a prayer of the enemy to see us do well, as the prayer doesn't add to us anything, and we know the battle and the war we make. The Lord's own enemy, when they become your enemy, they want to say, Lord, where do you stand? That we may know also and know where to place our foot. But when it comes to the level that the Lord himself become a human being, or an angel, or an engineer in a very designated position where no man can stand, because it takes the virginity, audit, and verdict, and from that which concerns millennium, the aquarian age. Authority, and I told you that aquarian is not underwater, because this is not an aquarian that you want to say should be underwater. That you should know the difference. We want to say who made the waters and who is in the waters. I'm not one of the fishes. Who made a dog and who made the creation, what it says, maybe God. I'm not one of that. I'm just simply saying that being the light of the Lord, I know what it is, and because in the spirit I know them. How I keep myself a real human or human angel or flesh is indeed not to turn myself or transform myself to an animal, which already you know their works. But the things you don't know is beyond you. That which I know about them is that they understand who we are. And when we talk, they hear. But you don't know anything like that, because you refer to them as what you have been told. And that's not what I'm here to talk about. We are simply saying that even the day marks Tuesday or 17 February 2026, it doesn't make it a day that passed or a day that is going to be like a thing. But that is every day what you need to understand about numbers, and then names and things, actually, to even talk about the summary for the three main colors in ancient times, and what it is, also the number 17 as the biblical history, and what do you actually mean on mission and ministries, Sylvester, and mission and DNA we talk about. So when we say mission and ministries Sylvester, is the same as mission DNA ministries Sylvester, and any other channel that we want to say it is as never fail, that also IVI, that we want to say the Lord indeed it is on live on YouTube, as we want to say universal channel. It's like a word like we would say, where's the space that I can claim a portion what I created and place right there. So this is a summary. However, watch the summary, it goes like more detail. Let's see if the summary indeed it is what it is. Let's really go there and see what the Lord is doing. Let me put myself right there prettier as it should be, as my enemy won't be. Who's on the light? Are you ready to learn? I don't think you want to learn. Let's earn the journey and where we've reached, where we've gotten to, and now with even that possibility, saying that the broadcast comes from somebody you know, it would just be Sylvester KWASI, then Konya and the universe and US of A. Watch carefully. When I talk about the plant and this universe, you know, this is a part and it's also in the universe. So when I keep it with myself, the origin and bearer of these very plant and garden and vegetation, they really hold a significant role and play here. That if I grab this, let every other thing that is against the real work that we do, let this be that which with them, at least 300 lashes would be on my buttocks. How you didn't learn, or if you claim you are the Lord, the human being punish us. Now is their turn to know what they don't have. That's it. Stay tuned and don't go away. Don't go away, because it is alive. What today also is in the very calendars and most astrological universe, as you see that everything in this world is concerning the Lord. Yet not everything pleases him, so he denied those things. That's how you should understand the word. The tongue with Sylvester can be my enemy. Try to have the nose. You don't have your herd yet. I breathe in this, and I breathe through this, and I also detect. It's a lot. If you want to really simply understand what an angel is, so this is simply angel having their origin and telling what we are and where we are now. Because you can have anybody simply come to talk about what they have not been destined, essentially. You know what I'm saying. That the time is 11 and 24 a.m. So this is to say, we quote it again to what I'm saying, summary. So in this summary form, it won't be like you think it's just going to be like something simple. But that I'm going to make it to that more clarity. Yes, in understanding what I'm saying, that January, Sunday, Sunlight, and Satsum Tues, that is what is really rolling here. So first of all, let's look at what it is. Even as today, we've been trying to look at if we have to create. These are the objects, elements, or stars and heavenly bodies that you are seeing the earth on which we dwell like a rock from which the Lord eat. So this is the rock on which the Lord eat. However, he has a place or sport, he that calleth it a world is living unto him, that angels operate or engineers. So if you don't have any engineer as an aeroplane engineer or aeronautics, you don't have anybody that can say we can fly. But yet there are other forces that can appear and disappear to have even a distance from here to move from one planet to the other. What do you think should have happened? Already this is a division. Having it here. You cannot go here. You cannot also go here. But there are people. So you made either airplane or rocket to fly this place and calculate distance and land here well. Yes, you should get that in mind. Also, you can also say that if the Lord make you a superhuman or super magic, you can just say, I will be here and I'm right here. Or you are here and you want to come here. What you will simply want to say the world is. These are colors. So let's look at the main side that we want to talk about to be the colors. You know, it won't be just colors, but the three things, like three or triton. So I would say, simply talk about 3 stars. So I wouldn't just say 3 things, I would say 3 stars. And every star represents a human being. And how 3 people or 3 becomes what it's in the most 7th generation. Because the 3 begot 1 each in the 3 places they have, and then the 6th place of them become 1 place light. So to have 7 in these, you want to say it is 7 stars becoming what? Something. But how does it happen? It just happened from 3 places. Let my enemy who is the chicken come out of there. We are not in the kitchen of a chicken. So when you refer to chicken, you are referring to kitchen. That is exactly what it is. So if you find yourself in the chicken, then they are in the kitchen. So if the chicken knows better about you, it's because you are the chef in the heavens and the hell, every other place. So they know that angel better. So when there's an angel, then the chicken will be behaving, or animal creatures will behave in a way that is odd, so that it's not normal. Like you heard it in the Yeshua's conversation, mentioning those things, and they have to work till date. So you didn't know that we are in more reality than those days. That you see this every day, other than being spoken of in the part of the scripture that say, and that night or that crew they deny. This time is not like that. You are seeing it every day. I know you know a version of this. We have had to say we did a creation, and that form of eclipse of the light. So we will be based on these colors. So these 3 colors we're going to use. So 3 colors is not just about colors. We are talking about 3 stars. So we are saying 3 stars where you want to say 3C or this also like that. So if I use this for yellow, let's see, maybe use it for yellow and use it for, maybe I'll use this for like this. So I'm going to use it other than going to use it here. You know, we have it here. We'll be talking about it. What even the time as we have to code it. Out of here. So watch carefully what I'm saying. That I won't be a wood. I'm not talking through lifeless things. If it is lifeless, I don't think we have to see a human being and go this way and they go there, go that way and go there. That's living. We are not in the cuffs. We are not in a wood. Yeah, we transmitting truly. So that's a level we want to say genuinely and genuinely we can see ourselves now living. And not that we are being carried by the things that are dead. So if they claim they're also a part of it, let them show or appear in the screen. And I see myself almost every time. So that's how they say, bring your world to the place the Lord created or predestined. So the mystery behind such days and generation was very surprising. So we watch carefully. As watch, I was just simply saying those colors I was saying in this place where we gotta go there. Like these colors, they are the prime, that is a 3. So the word prime means 3. So the primordial, these are the 3 things. I would say we won't say 3 things because we are not talking about things. We are talking about reality. If it is this, should be. So 3 stars. Now assume nothing because it's already on the screen. Look at what it is. If I should have it not a rug, not a dead person, because I'm not in any bird that is dead as much as dead. Look at it. So yell, you want to say yell. but you don't know the names in ancient days. So we'll be looking at such things that we want to say. Put a blue right here, and let's see. So you see that this is a special blue. So I can use any of these. Yet if the color changes, we won't have a certain blue that should bring a certain color that we may need. So let me just put it right here as it should be to us. What is here and what is here. I want you to just look at it the way it is. Watch here. Let's take a look at colors in the term. So that I will do that, and then we look at it carefully. Now, these we have named the RGB or GRB or BRG or BRG. Now, watch carefully what we mean colors, because I told you we have to use this in color and hue. This is a version that we say in summary, you need to have it. Now, the three main primary colors in traditional, what is traditional in trade, artistic color theory are this word, red. So the word is for red. That's why you have the insecticide spray for red. So that's a word for it, red. We also have yellow. So it's yellow or yellow. It sounds like that. And blue. It is also a blue. So when you have the blue, that is like you are sounding blue. But that is won't be that more blue you want to say, because it's in the more test reading differently. However, this is a sound from the angel's tongue. Now we have red, we have yellow, so that what they thought would be sounded like, it didn't happen, because the more accurate that it is what I'm giving. Wherever an element, our name and flesh and souls are, we cannot be in the opposite. So watch carefully. Now, these colors cannot be created in a form X mixing other colors to get it. However, instead you want to say they are used to mix and create any other colors in the spectrum. This we want to say there are three main. You want to say three main things. The primordial state of light. So there are some particular stars that on earth, which one do you see? You are living on one of them, earth, and you are seeing the moon, and you are seeing also the sun. These are three main things. And that is, if you want to understand what they say, three main things, because they are more visible working with you than any other star. How we get it? So we select, and you understand that part when you select major, or on the spectrum we have this earth, which is the rock on which the Lord eat, having many other colors, so that when it's a garden, there you understand it's a mixed crop and mixed farm and all of that. On this alone, then the other star, which is the moon, you also have it for what? Energy source for spirit. Yet they work in the more look as what? They appear to us as light in the night and also in the day, part of it. Yes. And the star that is also for the fusion and the most angel source is the suns. Which is the suns? As you want to say, the sun. Or the sun. So that it won't be everybody else's son. So take some of the question out of the another person. Take myself out of the another person. Come on the Tuesday out of another person. Take us out of the also as never before. Come out of the place. So watch carefully. Some people just corrupt, but let's not corrupt ourselves. So that whoever corrupts somebody, you need to get to know them. So here, you watch carefully. These key words and key areas, you need to understand. We don't say colors are for playmate to children or kids. We don't have any child calling that. So when you are displaying colors with children, other than your self-understanding, it means you do not even know where you were created or what creation you live in. You were kind of surrounding such thing you call kids or beasts. You are surrounding beasts with colors. What do you think the beast will do with the colors? You yourself verify. Now the key letters on color system. Now the traditional RYB, this is also one of them, like the 3. You are seeing the what? Which part of it you want to say the Y? So the RB used in art and painting. Now the primary are red, yellow, and blue. So that vertical, you want to say digital. So you know this. They know this more frequently. You want to say you see more of this. As compared with digitally, you getting the real things. As we won't say things, you getting the real creation with this as RGB. Now screen, like we are displaying this part here on the screen. But when you also go in the field, you're going to see the other one, the RYB, more times. So that on the screen or in the light, we try to display the reality and what they really mean, and then they represent. So what they represent is this: what role they play in your life or daily, or what healing they are for, or for decoration. They really perform. So what color you see is an angel or spirit that also is light with it. So that when you are attracted to a certain color, it means there is an angel that is influencing your life path. So on the screen, the televisions and computers use the more of what? Red, and then you have a green, and also the blue. So that when on the screen you see digitally, they use more of these colors to making other things work. Yet all the other things are also in it. However, getting on the field, you have to know which one works more. So how they mix it and they work. From this primary, or from these very three, that made the others. Now watch here, that in the printing, we have the same, like the CMY, semi. We have the technical, modern, primary colors for ink are cyan, magenta, and yellow. So that's it. Now, mixing the traditional primary colors creates secondary other colors. So these three will create another three, making it 6. And they have a form that agree to light. That these three and the other three, when you make it as the earth, they become light. Special light, which is what they hail, the 7th. That is why we told you why the 3 came looking for maybe the 6th. And then the 6th also looking for the 7th. Because when they form their work excellently, you have to have it. So from 3, you got to go for what? 6. And from 6, they have one thing that is a final thing, or final creator. He himself, the Lord. 7th. Which is the 7th generation. Who you are serving, if you are 6, you serve somebody. Or your creation, you want to say, you want to see it become that person's purpose. So that the blue plus red give us purple, violet. You get what I'm saying? So it means that when we see archangel with the blue and archangel with the red, they have to have somebody called purple or violet. Archangel yellow and archangel blue, we have to see them have life, green. So that these things had been given before they got to this level, violet and the pales, which is the purple and things. And this one, the red, when you mix the archangel red and then archangel yellow, we're going to have what? Orange. So let's take a look at what it is. So when you say orange, let's get it here. Which also you can say yellow or gold in that form. They are the indigo, like grading. They have a grade. So these actually things we need to talk about. So watch carefully. What is this? What is this? You want to be concerned about what it is here. Watch here. To really mean that there's a special duty for this day. And what we mentioned as Noah's Ark in the conversation for the previous session. But we want to mean that in the very summary, we want to stabilize things to a certain level. So the colors really are the same Lord and telling what we have to do when we see this color. That's a digital form, and then the traditional creation in the ancient days. Let's look at it in the ancient terms, verifying it. Now, the mystery behind colors. So the mystery for colors like red, blue, and then yellow in what? In text like this. So that in ancient text, and what? You see that there's work in progress. Works like this. Come out any other question. Come out very quickly. Come out any other question. So let's go for a break. Out of this break. So we have to cast out those things as they are not a part of the broadcast. Quickly. because they are right in the level above this earth. So that's what you hear. So when it comes to the moon, that's what you hear in the night. So that's how people, and many others don't. So they are even beyond this level of the sun. So welcome again. And I told you the conversations going on with summary. So the summary, we have to leave off screen and go make a physical battle. So that in the case where you were, let's say, reading the books or meditating on the books, when the things you were meditating on begin to happen, then you saw the person with weapons. And you talking about somebody coming with weapon or going with weapon or fighting something in the opposite. Why you saw such things approaching you, what should you have done? You have to also grab your weapon if indeed you create and you are wise for yourself. That is what it is. You tell us the church or religion tell you to be what? Only finger crossed like this without understanding. You don't know that when you do this there's a meaning. When I do that I will show you. Finger crossed like this, the ancient meaning. So that you are keeping somebody's generation, as you should also aspire and go even beyond that or determine what it is. So if I say determined, you won't hear it well. To hold something very important and showing the world what they need to understand, to focus on. Now watch here. What is very live as its very crucial moment. Look at the colors. If I have to display it, does that mean that it's on internet or we have it physically with us? We got it here, right? So we have to have it. Now if I place something here, what would you say that we have created? Let's say do this. Let me just do this. And we have to have some of the other things. So we're talking primarily, what you are saying primarily, the term primarily means three. Or like things like this. So any of this, you see that they are really overlapping. And you can see that they are not in a flat mode. Even when I have not formed it the way you should think it is. Yet it's not in a flat mode. Watch carefully. It's not in a flat mode yet. Watch carefully. So when I say watch carefully, it means I'm leading the power by saying what? People are to watch carefully. But somebody will also be saying, do not watch carefully. That the workout will be all different. Do we agree? So they are indeed what they are. So for us to see what is behind what I'm saying, let's look at what will happen. So let's do that quickly. So whilst I'm doing the talking, I'm also doing creating it. This one I'm not saying the angel will create it on my behalf. I am the one creating it. So like this, you see that you are going to getting what? Orange or gold. You'll be getting it like that. Yeah, that's what it is. When it comes to what we are really saying, it will be this. Things like that. So in order to understand color and the changes, you watch this. So I just want to just make a little portion that we may look at, and then we know why this and this, when you mix it, it will be this. That is the main colors we're saying. So if I also make this color, the inside one will change. This side changes. This one changes. They are like that. You see that the sun in the top changes. Because they are changing to the color that we are seeing here. This shade, a shade like this. It light like this. Yet we are not under darkness. Because I told you it has to have what? That ability. So when I was seeing it as hot colors like this, they were showing it. Yeah, so when I mentioned then the sun is increasing a little. There are things you need to understand. These are the things. You cannot go and say, somebody says that I should just come and talk about the Lord and not know His will in the practicals. Then what am I probably saying? If you don't go practically with what the Bible is saying or what the scriptures are reserved to saying, you probably focus practically. Even the Bible says practically you should do it. The reason we should just talk or say somebody will do it and that ends it. So let's get to the other one. So that I'm trying to show you what it is. If I want to represent it, you see that you can see the other three inside it. So they are really work out for this creation. So to mix the colors I'm showing you, but we were mainly talking about the colors like this. What and what begot this and what and what began that. That's what we're saying. So let's see that like this, or this. So this is it. So if this is this place as they are displayed, you have to say that, yeah, this one is here, we see it to be on this side. So let's get to the screen. Very nicely, I need to run a little speed. I need not to be dead, I'm not a rag. So let a white man work. As the voice talking, cannot be a rag out. Whatever it is, any shrine that is called unto the name of the Lord, any shrine that is called unto the name of the Lord, I command myself. I command the channel brokers, the prisons, and things, and the universe. So the universe under my watch. If this day they told you probably eclipse will take place somewhere astrologically, here we are creating it. So if you didn't see those ones, somebody may have witnessed it. But that I'm also what, creating the life over here. For you to know that there are things that will work. If I go to sleep, it doesn't mean off the road it is finished. No. There are things that keep on working. And if I wake up, it doesn't mean a part of it cannot also be sleeping. There are things that happen. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. Yes. So we were on this part of the conversation, the mysteries of the colors, so that mysterious things can happen. So we have mentioned the names that we were supposed to go to the place that the mystery for red, blue, and yellow in ancient text and art primarily revolves around, and they do really what? Revolve, because this same word is what we got the word resolve. So resolve go for resolution or resolve, but that you want to say to revolve around, like to, you want to say to myriads or spirally or circumcisely, or to cause one way going around, like going towards one direction to a point in a wider area to a smaller point, or circular movement you made. They are the kind of definition. If you understand in any term, that's what it's trying to say. Go back to my left. Come out of here. Why don't you get out of there? So watch carefully. Now, these are to be compared to the word ambiguous present for what? For red and yellow. Also with this, you see that they have to mention two main colors right now, or things like this. Now according to what? The linguistic and historical analysis, ancient civilizations often had vivid, they have what? VI video of what we are saying in the way they are describing it. Yet you have been made to understand more than this. Specialized vocabularies for red and yellow, they have it as it is, sounding to them very loud in a word. However, lacked what? A distinct word for what? For blue. Because it has to be as difficult as it is for them to understand certain things beyond their mystery. Often describing blue sky or sea as dark gray or violet in any form. That's how can you see the Aquarian color comes to the same level like this, because that is the same thing that you want to say it is. Try to understand it. Now watch carefully. Color for this main point, because that the mystery for the missing blue is this, that the blueless phenomenon scholars like Lazarus. So I want to say Lazarus. So Lazarus Geija. Yeah, Lazarus Geija. Noted that ancient texts, including the Hebrew Bible or Bibles or the Bibles, Hindu Vedic hymns, an Icelandic or Icelandic sagas or Icelandic saga never explicitly use the word blue. Even in Homer's Odyssey, the sea is described as wine dark rather than blue. Now, the evolution, because I told you, right? The evolution for colors or color, these suggests a color naming timeline where human developed words for luck. And this we want to say, white black people will have it the way they see it. On the white people make it digital. You have never gone digital with such colors. Look at the miracle. Look at the miracle. And so that you have to say, for black or white, or black and the white first. You see the black and white television, that is high contrast, and then either to be in the what? Displayed, you have it high contrast to be silhouette and black and those things. That's what it means. You are in total darkness of something, or you are showing that if there should be brightness for color black, it will be more black in its appealing form. And when white should be what? In the more white as it is, you will see it and it will become transparent. You won't see white again. That's the difference. So for the dark to go dark, it will go dark completely. But for the white light to be white, it will be light like this. Look, here, this thing, like this. You will see it tinting and getting to a level you won't see it again. That's what makes what we are seeing clarity. But for darkness, it will go dark completely. Look, this one. Do I have it around? When I set fire to it, it will turn to dark and more dark. Yes, that's what it is. To the finished state. You see that, right? You see this? You see this? But when you see the reflection on it, you saw it also what? That's what I was saying, the contrast. You can see reflection to the highest state is black, yet you are seeing it reflected. Do you find it really what I'm saying? You are seeing it reflecting, or at least shining, because that's light. Light reflecting on black. You will see the light itself shining back to itself. But for black will be black. Yes. So also when you say you can have why the light source here is reflecting light. That's how the world is in the universe. That when the size or the source of light should reflect on even the object that is black in the form, you have to see an impression or a kind of what? Situation that should make a difference. Like myself, what here? What hue color do I say I am? When I wear this one, my hue color is what? What carefully? Or you want to say it like this? Yeah. So I'm doing this excellently because we need it. So that you say that you come and sit out there and you don't function. And you expect people to do what you are not like. What? I won't put rope on my neck. So we go on. And that's it. So to have it like that over there, the channel is not there. No God issue. So no God issue. No God out issue. Get out, no God out. No God out. So no God out. So when the time changes, they say what? Used to change. Only what? Know that that which saith no God out, or no God. That's what the situation is right now. But it doesn't change the place of, let's say, if I say there's no sun, does that mean the sun is not up there? Or when you stop seeing sun in the night, you think the sun is dead or is without light. It has gone other part of the world, which you won't see it. That's the greatest. So that we have it for that this suggestion, or this suggests a color naming timeline where we have it what? We have it humans developed word for black or white first, because they understand black or white first in what sense? They experience day or night. That is an hour, 12 hour probably, you calculated. That goes like that. However, they have what? The very highest level, you see darkness and drifting. So drifting. So you have to understand well that on the tongue you heard well. Drift. So what is that word? Drift. So drifting. And that is why they make up those things first. Now then red, then yellow, and then green, and finally blue last. So you see, to have it last personality of what they are trying to say is in the learning, in the ancient text, you are seeing it, that it is believed. Now you have to have it a different level. It is believed that because blue is rarely found in nature in edible items or animal, it was not linguistically prioritized as they say it. Why? How do they say it? When you see the sky is blue and then it becomes rain, you understand if we eat it or not. But there are certain things that you want to say is black that you say, what is this? You have to know it. Because the source, you know, black to have been this, you know it already. But for the earth to also be in the multiple colors, you have to also know. Welcome. That's what here. Now, exception in Egypt. So how it is in Egypt, how the Spirit trained them, is also very different. So I haven't gone out of the app. I'm not driving the car anyway, because we need an understanding over here. There we have it. So in exception in Egypt, ancient Egyptian or ancient Egypt is a major conception or exception. Why is it exception? Watch carefully. They created Egyptian blue, a synthetic pigment. You say, why is it synthetic? This same word. These are some of the things we are saying. However, watch here. Like these are things you can find with synthetic tiles and all of that. With rubber system. These are all the levels. You see this out, a jar I made from coconut. So if I put on the screen this design, it doesn't mean somebody made it and I went for it. It is my natural way of living or for doing things. If I didn't bring this or present it like this, who do you think would have made it? Look, have I eaten it? Yes, I've eaten it, right? Have I eaten it? I've eaten it. So the dwarf cannot be here. Our conversation cannot be centered on something that is not life-giving. So the channel, the broadcast, the cameras. So our camera is not passing through our enemy. Get out of it. You are not the one transmitting us. We have who did something higher works than your level. These also on the other color. You see this? Do they look cylindrical here? If they didn't have volume, I don't think you would have known that these have a shape than only seeing it like this, as you see it here on the same screen like this. If there was no extension made to contain, you won't know how it is. Do you understand it? Now watch here. You will not see the other way around the way you saw it here. You see that this part that receives light is showing different color, and the side that is up here is also different color. That's how the world is. So that you'll be telling us that when they are telling you things that happen, that's a natural phenomenon, but it doesn't mean natural to you to say it is clear to you if it's not spirit driven, if there's no life in it. You know what we mean natural is that you can have this in your life, yet the supernatural part is how it was created. Because the supernatural part of this is that what? Where we go fire on life. You see it? You realize that when it started at a source that it generated first had light up, more light source and radiated it radiated, spread wide, or go beyond its value, and then they went a little low again, like the glowworm. Do you understand it? And then it goes that way again, and then later pick up again to another hot form. Yes, that's how it is. You see the work of the sun or the stars. So we did many experiments with a summary, a lot of it. So that is what summarizes what we are saying. Even if it takes 10 years to do, you have to know at every stage, every word, what is happening. Do you agree? I'm not to ask you whether you agree or not. It is your agreement to sit and hear or end what the Lord says is a mystery. If you fail to know the mystery and you claim you are somebody who knows what is happening, you will go that way, you will know it. Because I'm not going to follow anybody like you think. Yeah, because you are not the one who made a path with what I'm saying even now. To come on most people's channel, the Spirit made them not to have myself be there. A revelation, I am telling you. There are channels having very ready, available to go. Even with what, if I have 20 cities that I may eat from, to travel, to do the things of the Lord or for the Lord, other than using it for just feeding myself once. Like this. If I had to travel Tema, right now, look at it. Would this thing even take us there? But how we've been revolving and evolving. Do you see what I'm saying? So that you'll be saying that you are the one talking about what country currency you don't hold. These are the things I'm showing. So we are not